Welcome back to the PWC YouTube channel for the coach reveals of season 15 of the PWC. We were able in this application period to set a new record in terms of applicants. Once again, we have received over 250 applications, which is just kind of getting insane at the moment. And this means that once again, we had to add more divisions to our tally for the seasons, the biggest season of the PWC that has ever happened, as has been for the last like 4 seasons, I think. We will have over 180 coaches competing this season, which is just insane. And I think that also makes us the biggest league that's not a team tour in terms of players and divisions that exists in draft, period. So that's just kind of insane how everything has developed. And I want to thank every single one of you for making this happen for us. It's actually really lovely. So, as I was talking about the divisions, I want to give you a quick overview over what we have in store for you this season. So, we now have 8 ranked showdown divisions as opposed to 6 as we had last season. So, we had to add 2 more, which is kind of crazy because we had so many returning coaches. And then we have 3 newcomer divisions where most of the newcomers will be sorted just because we don't really know with certainty how to tier you in the divisions. So yeah, you're gonna fight it out amongst yourself, and will be split in 3 tiers based on we thought you were like among the strongest, middle, or among the less experienced coaches. And then we also have our trusty Wi-Fi division, which you can see on the bottom right here, which is going to be called Void Division this season, modded by yours truly, Shadow Galate, as always. It's still Pediadex, so there wasn't as much interest anymore, which makes sense just because many people are moving on to champions and other stuff. So it's only a smaller division this season, 12 coaches. And yeah, but then we shall go to the showdown divisions, which starting at the top here from the ranked divisions. The top division is going to be called Judgment Division this season. Then we have Moongeist Division, Glacial Division is Division 3, Astral Division, Photon Division, Behemoth Division, Drift Division, and Oblivion Division is our bottom div this season. And then for the piles, we have them themed by the Huen legendary Pokemon attacks, which are the Ascent Division, Precipice Division, and Origin Division. As you can tell, probably by now, this naming theme this season is based on legendary Pokemon moves. So something new every season, and this is what it landed on this season. And I think the div names came out pretty cool if you ask me. And yeah, I think for myself, that's it. I'm gonna move it over to our first reveals right now, and we are going to be starting as we have for the last couple of seasons with the Wi-Fi division, and then we're going to move through showdown from top division to bottom division and ending with the pile divisions. All right, so yeah, with everything being said, let's have our first reveals with Shadow Galade and the Void division. Have fun, guys.
Alright then. Wait, what? We're doing me first? Uh, you know what? Makes sense. You gotta start with the best division, the Wi-Fi division. Hello, my name is Shadow Glade, and I am the coach of the Void division. Why is it called the Void division? Because once you start playing Wi-Fi, you can never stop. Anywho, let's see who is joining us today. Okay, yeah, okay, A12, you're the returning champion, whatever. A12, I have been asking you this for 4 fucking seasons! What is your name? What vault do I need your name as a passcode to enter? Is it the Krabby Patty formula? I have been trying every vault, North America, South America, Europe, every vault, and your name is not the code to any of them! What is your name? Super happy to have you back, and welcome back to the PWC. Anywho, next up. Okay, so my notes just say it's me. Make some bullshit up. I was really tired when writing this. It's me. I can't think. Whatever. That's all the intro you're getting. Next up, it is. God damn it, Janelle. Who let this unk in? He got packed up by a steel roller Sandslash. We don't want him in. What do you mean he's already been chosen? Yeah, I know we don't have many options. Whatever, fine, I'll bring him in. Moving on before I have an aneurysm. This madman had the gall to say in his application that he plays every week in draft battles. Well, that's impossible. Blasphemy, even. What, he played? Does he use Pokeballs to catch Pokemon? Does he sit in a chair? This man is impossible. No wonder this man made round one last season. He does the impossible. If he doesn't win, he is a fraud. Next up, Schwilliam Fancy Son entered the fray last season with a promising semifinals run. Excellent way to start off the career, and here's hoping he can go to distance this time. Next up. Okay, this motherfucker sent in his app with nothing on it, letting it speak for himself, knowing damn well he came in dead last the last 3 times he showed up here. And he hasn't said anything since August of last year, not even the apps. This man is an absolute Sigma male, and we need that grind set here. 10 out of 10, welcome aboard. Next up. He subbed in last season only to realize they were not about that SD life. They came on the Wi-Fi thinking that we were free eats. And honestly, yeah, you're probably right. Welcome aboard, twin. Welcome aboard. Next up, Waluigi, an absolute Wi-Fi staple at this point, a runner-up for the past 2 seasons with a semis run the season before that. Honestly, legendary run. We had to bring this lad back. Next up, Delphin has returned to his true home. He has done SD since season 10, and now finally realizing who his family is. We missed you, buddy. We missed you. Next up, our first newcomer to the league, the Vaughn. He is not the king, probably. And in his own words, used to think I was hot shit in Pokemon before I started playing Draft about 6 months ago, and now he wants to get better. Honestly, we like that attitude here. We need that character development. Yeah, everyone focuses on the showdown stuff, the lore they got. Where's the Wi-Fi lore? Vaughn, you gotta help us, Vaughn. You're giving us Wi-Fi lore. We're cooked without you. Next up, the socially accepted potato. Since he is a fine member of high society, I guess I can't eat him. Which, I mean, that's fine. I'm more neutral at potatoes anyway. However, they started playing Draft League in the middle of last year, yet already has 20 under their belt. They are committed to the game. Here purely not to win, but the love of the game. Also, interesting to note, they play Cobblemon. So, when are we doing an SMP series? But, though they have Cobblemon experience, is it a match for our next contestant, Finprey, who plays Pixelmon? Honestly, forget the season. We have our finals matchup right here. These two will clash to decide what game is better. It's going to be Legend. Wait for it. Dairy. And with that, that is the Wi-Fi division. I could say more, but honestly, the coaches speak for themselves. Absolute based legends of the game. So let's go into something a bit more cringe. The showdown stuff. Bloody barbarians.
Alright, let's see you leave this bit in, you slag-toed hemogoblin. Hello, PWC. Mr. Grimes, top division voiceover here. I just want to say, I know you're all expecting me to say something silly, but this is serious. This is the 15th season of the PWC. As someone who has been around for over half of those seasons, I am honored to be witnessing history. Therefore, I must treat these reveals with the respect, quality, and honor that I believe the PWC truly deserves. All right, my cool cats and kittens, it's time for the reveal of the Judgment Division. First up in our lackey lineup of coaches, we have Camerupt. Camerupt is a fire and ground type, the only Pokemon to have this type combination. Pokemon that debuted in the Hoenn region, being one of their premier fire types. When Mega Evolutions were released, Camerupt didn't get one, but then Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out, and Fame Greek said, "Tiddly ho, chum, we must give that succulent volcano camel a Meggy-Weggy." It is also one of the best Pokemon to use in the mid-game, Platinum Kaizo. Furthermore, wait, Wait, hold on. I'm being told that this is not camera up, and instead multi-time top division champion Camel Convention, who is washed or something. Well then, what I just said was maddeningly unhelpful. Our next coach is it's Hydra with the Z. Hydra has done the unthinkable, which is back-to-back top division championship victories. I have also been told, despite his name, he only has one head and not three. Anyway, he hopes to bag his turkey and go 3 seasons in a row on championships. Our next coach is Citrix Sage, who I am told is the GOAT and the playoffs' biggest choke artist. A coach that has claimed first seed in every season but never won the big one. So, can our sagistic queen of the Citrus Bowl put to bed the rumors of her own demise, or will history repeat itself again and entropy destroy her claim of queendom? Our next coach is Girahim, and you know what? Screw you. I don't know you a big reveal for Girahim. His name is Girahim. Girahim. You think him calling himself him is just a cute little title? Nah! This is a title earned through blood, sweat, and tears. So you'll just have to find out for yourself. Screw you. I owe you nothing. Our next coach is Alfonso, a man who I am told by Trinell, the server owner of PWC, German man Trinell, you all know Trinell, is 2 things: a great chef and unendingly sexy. Wait, are those my notes for Channel? Nope, that's right. These are the ones from Channel 4. All right. He posted a selfie, and this selfie was described as, quote, beefcake, end quote. How does that relate to Pokemon? Who cares? If you're hot enough, do whatever you want. And Trinell is one sexy man. I mean, wait, Alfonso, according to Trinell, is one sexy. Damn it!
Hear the legends of the Kung Fu Panda. Raised in a noodle shop, never seeking glory or fame. He climbed the mountaintop and earned the Dragon Warrior name. Kung Fu Panda. Master the secrets of the warrior blossom, master the skills of vicious and awesome. Kung Fu Panda. He lives and he trains and he fights with the furious five. Protect the valley, something alive. Kung Fu Panda. Legends of awesomeness. Sweet.
Our next coach is Gamer Not Found. Let me take a look at his list of accomplishments here. No, can't say that, That is a truly horrifying image. No, I would get arrested. No. Let me just stick to the stats on this one. 3 seasons, 3 semifinals, a lot of pressure. Can he do it? Our next coach is Lonely Litton, who at one point was told he has the highest ELO rank in the PWC. After this was discovered, the ranking system was changed, and now that is no longer true. Something, no friends, hope he can make some, blah, blah, blah. Alright guys, quick intermission so I can drink my protein shake. So make sure you get up, get some water, and stay hydrated. We'll be right back. I gotta shake it. It's one of the lemon bar ones. It's like limited edition or something like that. It's really good. It's a shame. Alright, hydration break's over. Our next coach is Braun Brecker. Brecker has killed a man. Shot him dead. He never stood a chance. Swept a poor guy with Tapu Fini, which is basically pulling out a massive heart-throbbing gun and shooting him dead. I'm actually kind of impressed. Next up is Father Nahaima. I am obligated to say that the NBA is vastly superior to the PWC in every way. Father Nahaima is our god, and any blasphemy towards him will be met with unyielding rage. He is the best of us, and you love him. You will dedicate your life to him. You will worship him, and you will not stop. Get on your knees, bow before Father Nahaima. He has come to save us all. Blessed be the name of the Nahaiman. Up next is Leonard. Since Leonard and Trinell are the same person, I will instead read off stats about Trinell. Trinell Xavier Belushta was born November 19th, 1995 to Susan and Ezekiel Belushta. Trinell's greatest accomplishment will always be successfully seducing the owner of the DPL into having a 13-hour hardcore sex session with him one day several years ago, and let me say, it was the best night of my life, and I will always remember that plane ride home. Next up is Ozzy. There is a name mentioned within the notes for this coach, and I will not be saying this because I believe the top division has some fucking dignity, and I will not sully it by using the name of a washed up has-been Kiwi within its confines. Ozzy, I think you'll do great, and I believe in you. Our next coach is Real Closhy, with a grocery list of accomplishments and fun tidbits. Ranked 40th in draft worldwide, lives in the mountains of Austria, and has probably slept with your dad, your mom, or both. Good for you. Just good for you, man. Alright, y'all, we're back at Gert Bilbo. This feller here, let me tell you what, he just can't get past that roadblock of Camel Convention. He done dang keep running into the feller in championship finals and can't never get that big win. We gonna have to tell Camel to get on out of here so he can have his big old win, I tell you what. Our penultimate reveal is Zeb Strike 'em Down. I have been told that Zeb has competed in every big draft league out there, which is funny. I don't see his name in any of the DPL records, but hey, what do I know? I am also told that he is from Norway and, quote, there's no way those sissy-headed Vikings can do anything to win the World Cup, end quote. Anyway, he won his debut season with Terra Zebstrika. That's really cool. Our final coach is none other than the returning Infinite. And when it comes to Infinite, let me just say, please, Infinite, I need you. I need you! I need you, Infinite! I love you! Please, I need this! You don't know how much I need this, Infinite! Please! Please, Infinite! Please! Please! I want you to show me! La, la, la. This is all for the top division reveals. Best of luck to all of you in our top division of coaches in this upcoming season. I want to thank you all for making the PWC for what it is. 15 seasons is a great accomplishment. This draft league would be nothing without the great people supporting it, giving me the chance to do these funny reveals for you guys, saying absolutely nothing that Trinell wanted me to say, but he still keeps inviting me back to do this every single season because he knows I am utterly hilarious. Thank you all for giving me the opportunity to do this. I love doing the voiceovers for these, and I am now going to be sending it to Camel Convention for the next division of reveals. Take it away, Camel.
Hello, I'm Camel, known Swirlix Guy, and welcome to the reveals for the Moongeist division, also known as the Moonscheist division. Our first coach is the first of two in this division on our PGP roster, and none other than Arda. Arda debuted in Dash Division, the highest of our newcomer divs, also known as Pile, last season after being highly recommended by notable fossil Hallow815. He made semis, only losing to Afonso, who ended up winning that division. He's currently 1-1 in PGP, and looking to make that 2-1 this week, so he's solidly competing with the best, not to be confused with JJ Games Best in the World, who has thankfully spared PGP from his greatness. Our second coach is Alice Sabrina, who played in our Wyatt Fi division last season, and is moving to Showdown this time. They are on the PGP roster for MBTL, and have shown themselves to be a strong player, going 5-3, and placing above Channel last season. Our third coach is Dretwake, the most frequently pinged coach in the PWC. The notes say that he is one of the generous ELO donors for Fox and Pavi, but this was probably written by Pavi. I'm not going to fact check that. He's performed well in Div 2 after making finals in the topmost of our original pile, So maybe he can get that win this season. Our fourth coach is Drippin' Sauce, who is one of Drakewake's Nepo picks as part of the underwater rugby team. Like Drake, he was one of the many coaches who went 5-3 in Div 2 last season, so he hasn't been power crept. If they can both go 5-3 again this time, then the odds are looking pretty good for a win. Our fifth coach is Joseph, also known as Jospa, also known as Guy Fishing 12. Longtime viewers will know that I am a big fan of Guy Fishing 12. He cleans everywhere else, but like Arda, also got knocked out of Dash Division playoffs by Alfonso after getting the exact same regular season record. In my mind, he's on par with Division 1, but he just had so many Division 1 coaches, and this Division 2 is strong enough that it won't be easy for him. Our sixth coach is Ben Chavoy, NL. The NL stands for Netherlands, and I think every video that's mentioned him also mentions that he's from Holland, so we're running with that bit again. The other bit is that he always drafts Stall. He got first in Division 2's previous regular season after stalling everyone else out, or something like that. So be warned. Our seventh coach is Scary Monsters Over Heaven, also known as SMO because the name is so long. He won Division 3 last season after beating the other coach with Scary in their name, the Scary Smoliv. We don't talk about the third one. This Division 2 is a pretty big jump up, so let's see if he has what it takes to hang with the underwater rugby players of the world. Speaking of which, our eighth coach is Dr. Mario64, another Drake Nepo pick. Instead of 5-3, he went 3-5 last season, which is basically the same thing because somehow that was only 2 seeds below Drippin' Sauce. This must be one of the reality-bending effects of everyone getting farmed by Rhydon for some reason. He made it one round further in playoffs though, so he's only one step behind Drightwig. Our ninth coach is the Scary Smoliv, the other coach with Scary in their name. Think of the timeline where the reveals order was reversed. In PWC's history, Smoliv is one of the coaches who either goes 8-0 or bombs out, but they made finals with a more modest 6-2 record last time, so maybe the curse has been broken and they'll finally get that season win this time. Our 10th coach is Wiegler, yet another member of the Drightwig group. I'm running out of things to say related to that, but unlike the rest, he was in Dash Division last season and made it to finals. But this is the third coach in this division to have lost to Afonso in playoffs. I think this means if Afonso were in Div 2, he would go 8-0 easily, so that's why he's in Div 1. Also, Wiegler was, along with the 2 coaches with Scary in their name, make up the 3 of the 4 coaches who made it to off-season quarterfinals without a game-warping draft, so that's got to count for something. Our 11th coach is Leighton, retired admin and coming back to Div 2 after playing Wi-Fi last season. The running bit here is that Leighton has a 50% win rate versus whoever he plays against, so he's being considerate in letting Trendle farm Wi-Fi Div again, assuming this time he doesn't play on a Nintendo account that doesn't have the Terra Orb unlocked. Leighton won Division 2 in Season 12, so he's looking to join that small list of 2-time PWC winners. Our 12th coach is Natchez, the winner of our past 2 off-seasons. He must be the GOAT of Auction Draft, probably because he actually makes good choices instead of hard trolling. He won Blitz Division in Season 13, which, combined with his temporary robbery of the Gym Challenge Champion title, put him in Top Division, but after not doing so well there, he's moved to Div 2 to put up some good results. Let's just blame Glastria for being a boring signature, and I'm sure that we'll all draft something cool and awesome this time. Our 13th coach is Jace T, who won Park Division last season, the middle of our 3 newcomer divisions. He and Davinelli both went 7-1 with almost the same differential, but JST ended up winning in finals and thus takes the Division 2 spot. He also had Glastria's signature, but we don't have to talk about that one. Our 14th coach is Ronan Sting, the other coach in this division who is on our PGP roster. Ronan has been here for a long time as he's the one who invited me to this league. He's also known for being Belgian and having unique opinions on Mons. And he's also returning to Showdown after a stint in Wi-Fi, but he's 2-0 in PGP so far, so he's a threat as long as he doesn't draft like Haxorus, Go-Goat, Mad Cargo. Our 15th coach is Shadow2054, another one of the 5-3 placers in Div 2 last season. He's a newly crowned mod in the PBO, and has been a crucial member of our teams in the DDL, somehow getting good records with the worst Trick Room drafts you can imagine. I think he's one of those people that has an underdog bonus, as long as he actually brings removal. If he has someone in his ear telling him to bring removal, you're finished. And finally, our 16th coach of the Moon Shice division is Starving Pig. This may come as a surprise to everyone. Despite how funny it would be to put him in Div 3, he made finals in Div 2 last season. And despite how funny it would be to put him in Div 1, he did not win finals in Div 2 last season. But he did draft funny dual weather with his Sandaconda sig, so you'll have to see what he has cooked up for this season. I would try to bait people into thinking he'll take weirder sig again, but he's already told everyone which sig he's taking like 30 times at least. And that concludes our reveal segment for Div 2 of Season 15 of the Pokemon World Circus. I will now hand it over to Pabby for the Div 3 reveals.
Thank you, Camel. And good morning, evening, night, everyone. My name is Bobby, and I'm here to present the next division, the Glacial Division. This is gonna be Division 3 of our Showdown division. First, we have Eager99, who was really eager to play in a hard division, but honestly, after losing to Monodark, you're just asking for a lot. At least last season, he didn't draft Cloaking and 3 Dragon types. He just did 2 Dragon types and a different Regenerator Poison type in Amoonguss. So, well, I mean, that's an improvement. Maybe, does this mean he's going for Mega Chogalgi now? I'm not sure. Anyway, welcome back to the NBA Kun. Next, we have Hippimochi, who lives down south, and honestly, looking at a weather map, I just don't know how he has the energy to open his computer to play Pokemon right now. But I'm not impartial. I just want him to win this division, and I think he will do it. Let's go, Hippie. Next, we have Davey Nelly, who came second in last season's Park Division, Pile 2. He was the first seed actually and just made finals for the second seed, who was like one diff away from him and lost. Which, pretty damn impressive anyway. And he also lost off-season finals like last month. So, really good. He just made finals twice in the 6 months he's been here. Really happy to see him back. And I hope he drafts the Dene signature. He's just kind of fake that you have this Dene picture and you're just talking about Avalog. Doesn't sit right with me. Next, we have Silver, who won Division 4 last season, Ranger Division, and I'm not mad about that. I have no reason to be mad about that. He's one of the most seasoned PWC coaches, and frankly, my favorite coach to watch. Like every Silver game, you just don't know what's happening. It's just something's going on, but you don't know what's going on. You cannot predict it. And also, I think it's time for Trico, no? He's already done Mudkip, he's done Torchic, yeah, it's just Trico time. The next coach we have is in honor of Dicky, one of funny name. He made some noise in the last division, especially with the hippo, and by hippo I mean hippopotas, not hippodon, and also with the hungry dog, that hamstone that went off in a couple games. He also won DDL recently, which our beloved team tour that's definitely not aligned with PWC. He carried Drightwake and Breaker, so I just, every time I see this username, I just think about Harambe, more specifically like the sentence "digs out for Harambe." That's like something that comes to my mind every time I see this username. Anyway, next we have Shoot Trip, who is going on into his 5th season in the PWC. He only took a break in season 13. And he's also one of a big reason the pile exists. Like we say this, it's a lot because of Polito, but this was the other guy that almost went undefeated and just lost in finals to Polito. So that was also a problem. And he is one of the coaches that actually has a way to get a stronger signature this season than last season, which with the new tier list should be weird, but the minior he took last time was not great. Next we have Laser Shot. I'm really surprised he signed up because we decided to keep Pickable Terraban, which, it's not sitting right with him. He thinks Pickable deserves to be free. Obviously it doesn't. It's a joke. And also he's he's playing in the PGP for the Surfers League now, and this is his 2nd PGP season, so getting a lot of experience. Next, we have Super Blue. Super Blue didn't really start last season, he just replaced. I think he replaced Iger? I think Iger. In Conquest Division last season, Division 2. And he did well, but not enough to make playoffs, so he's now here. And also, I get really sad because the first time I read this name, I thought it was Super Bulu, and I thought he was a really big Tapu Bulu fan. But no, And I like Tapu Bulu, so I hope he gets more fans. Next, we have Gaillardia. Is that how you read that name? Gaillard Gaillardia? Yeah, I don't know. Who claims not to have lost his powers, but I don't think so. I think Trunel is actually plotting to get all the old coaches coming back this season to win their divisions by underplacing them a bit. I just don't trust Trunel. I think something's going on here. Anyway, welcome back, Galardia, who's been not playing much there in recent seasons. Next, we have Riptide, our only mod in this division. Wait, really? So I'm not here? Whoa! What? Well, okay, this is Trundle's fault for spoilers. Riptide's been losing in quarterfinals for 3 seasons in a row. 3 or 4? Hold on, let me check. Oh, 5 seasons in a row. What the hell? Okay. So he's lost in quarterfinals for 5 seasons in a row. But usually it's in Division 2. Maybe the change of air just fixes this issue. I don't know, I'm hoping. Next, we have ACS, who is literally the most famous player we have. He has like a lot of followers on Twitter, but it's not related to Pokemon. It's a Counter-Strike account. Anyway, ACS played in seasons. Is this 10 and 11? I think. Yeah, 10 and 11. And he's now back. So yeah, let's see how he does in his comeback. But he's used to playing Orbital signature, so he might do it again. Let's see. Following up, we have Lilian Official. And I honestly think we should just let her have Terracetinja. Like, just as a fun experiment, just give Lilian Terracetinja. It'd be fun. It'd be fine. And honestly, as long as you don't have Lilian on a lead sheet signature, it's better. I don't. You avoid lead sheet. You get the experiment on Sedinja. Come on, we should let her have it. Next, we have Mr. Monkey. And hold on. I couldn't possibly eat another bite. My belly. Oh, I'm getting tricky. I'm getting tricky too. Next, we have Fennec Master, and okay, listen to me, Fennec Master. You have to listen to this. You're on thin fucking heights, okay? I've seen you drop more leagues than I've seen you play. Like leagues I didn't know existed. I heard you dropping from, and you dropped before. So watch out. Also, if you wanted to get into this div and you didn't get into it at all, just watch out because it might happen. It might happen. No, I mean seriously, we believe in you. But please finish the season. Please finish the season. Please. And we only have 2 coaches left. Next up is Wild. And the wildest thing about this coach, last season, I didn't know him, but last season he started playing, and week 1, he just got absolutely mugged by a Clodsire because he just brought a volleyball that only had water and electric moves. I think the issue is that he thought Soak would work even through Water Absorb. It didn't. And he got absolutely blasted. But then I looked up and he was like 6'2" in the second seed. Yeah, I don't know, great. Honestly, doing well. So let's hope he has a good run again. And last but not least, we have our PWC legend, Gil, who, well, with Brazil out of the World Cup, and this guy being almost as old as Neymar, it's gonna be tough for him to show up, but I think he can do it. He can just show up to the youngins. He also claims that he beat the ranked the guy ranked as 1 in the ELO draft doc, but the database doesn't say that, so I don't know. I just don't want to believe it. It sounds kind of sus. But honestly, now that I called Guild old, this division is full of old people. Like everyone here is old. I don't know some people, but most of the people I know, they're old. This is an unction of a division. Yeah, so this wraps up the Glacial Division. Next up, we're gonna have Dreadwake with Division 4.
It's your favorite person to ping at Drightwake, and I'll be doing the Astro Division. The only thing that's an Astral is the fart that comes knocking with a secret surprise. Our first coach is Pabby, one of the PWC mods, so you know they'll get special treatment and get to Smurf. They've beaten the undefeated GOAT, Droitwig, not once, but twice, and they will ban you if you beat them. Our second coach is Jellison Enjoyer, an unorthodox player that managed to win Revolution Division sticking to his guns. Is known as the Mock GOAT, but news just hit that they might not be the wholesome person everyone thought. They're French. Next coach is David. They love electric spiders and scamming people with Petrarun. Also, apparently, they're a crazy film buff with over 1,500 movies on their letterbox. To put that in perspective, the amount of time he must have spent watching those movies is at least as long as the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Next coach is SY1H. They play in like 1,000 leagues and are the commissioner of IUPS. They love Zeraora and Meowscrata and will remind you of this fact at any moment. It's your civic duty to remind them that Zeraora is trash whenever you can. Our next coach is Tomi. They're part of the Spanish squad, but is the only real Spanish one, being from South America, unlike these LARPing European Spanish. His performance this season entirely depends on Argentina making it far in the World Cup. Right at the middle of our list, we have coach JFane513. They just came off an incredible regular season run that ended prematurely in playoffs in Div 4. They're looking to prove they have what it takes to win it all. Our next coach is Phantom 31415, also known as the Cartana Killer. He plays with his teams on ladder just to feel something, because his opponent's teams aren't enough of a challenge. Our next coach is Bummer, from a Season 13 championship in Div 3 to a 15th place finish in Div 2. Now they find themselves in Div 4? The scriptwriters really don't know where to put this man. Our next coach is Raven. Raven played as a replacement coach last season in Div 3 to middling success. Now they have a full season to show what they're really made of. Probably flesh and bones, but what do I know? On our number 10 spot, we have Spooks. On their application, they claim to be planning to do something stupid this season. That makes them more self-aware than most of PWC, because at least they're planning on it. Our next coach is David Olivo. His signatures so far have been Tatsugiri and Absol, and somehow he's complaining about how low tier the new signatures are. Aguante Venezuela. Next up, we have Jules. Jules is an old draft player that might even predate the fossil that is Tranel. Speaking of Tranel, in DDL, they carried the fraud himself all the way to the finals, where the dead weight of Tranel ended up being too much. Next up, we have Lilia. Lilia is the responsible mother figure of the rough and rowdy Spaniards. They're also a mod and in the Lilia Mafia. Also, don't ask her about the Sneasler incident of Season 12. Our next coach is Hai, another Spaniard. Are we kidding? Is this some sort of weird draft league segregation? Whatever. He swears he's 10-0 against Lilia and loves losing in Div 4 semifinals apparently. Second to last, but last to first, we have the coach Cinderace26. After doing a few favors for the owner of the DDL, he finds himself representing DDL in PGP. And they've gone 2 for 2 in clutch Game 7s, so be careful if you end up in a Game 7 against him. And our last coach is R. Moody, an admin for the DDL and PWC and another league I can't remember. He gives off Ash Ketchum vibes, mostly because I wouldn't be surprised if I found him in a bush talking to a caterpillar. And that's it for Astral Division. Now I'll be passing off to the Australian Riptide. Crikey, what do we got here?
G'day all, it's Riptide, your resident upside down man from Australia, and I'm here to do the Div 5 reveals for Season 15. Alright, first up, we have Stormtide. Now, Stormtide is my old Revolution Division GOAT, and he was a runner-up last season in Div 5, so we'll see how they go in their second run. Next, we have Dev. Terra Sigillif was peak last season, so we'll see if he can bring the heat again with this new SIG with the new rules this season. Next is Yasha Indigo. After a rough Season 14 and a ton of skill inflation, Yasha will be dipping their toes into Div 5. They're certainly someone to watch out for though, because they've historically been a demon in the higher divs. Next is That Thing. One of the only people who drafted a SIG the same as their logo, so mad respect on that end. On their debut, they were the runner-up for the VGC League, and last season they made quarters in Pile 2. Ugh, I know that. This season, surely, will be the inevitable rise to the top. Next is Jactus. A creative player who uses Belch, Hydreigon, and Berry Dedenne. Jactus is certainly a player to watch this season. Please draft something more interesting than Terra Earthworm though. Next is Rare Coin 1337, the champion of Power 3 with his Terra Hisuian Electrode. Rare Coin made a splash in their debut season. We'll see how they fare though, contending with long-standing PWC members. Next is Leezy Peasy, an NBA mainstay, moderator, and goon. He's done well in other leagues, so I'm sure we can expect a good showing. Terra Masquerade last season was also pretty big. Next is Jam It Up. You win, you spin. You lose, you choose. You middle, you fiddle. All quotes from Jam It Up. Gonna say I'm a bit confused because I don't really know the context, but alright. I'm still keen to see how this Power 1 member goes against some of PWC's mainstays. Now, we have 1K Generations as number 9. Yet another Power 1 returnee. 1K Generations will surely be doing 1 quintillion damage. Right? Right? Next is Mimico, my personal main character of the PWC, and personally one of the 2 people I'm cheering on to win this season. I'm not biased, guys. I'm not, I promise. But still, PWC's Season 15 is the year of the Mimigoat. Next is Ictasolork. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't find a lot on this guy. He plays a lot of OU and a lot of Nuzlocke though, so maybe those skills, along with his tons of draft experience, will make him a real threat. Next up, we have Yogurt. The Goofy Goomies is a great team name, so big fan immediately. I haven't seen much of Yogurt personally. Yog for short? Yog? I don't know. So I'm keen to see what he'll get up to in Div 5. Next, we have Roy Mustang, the other man I want to win out. Again, not biased. Roy is a mainstay of the Clodside Premier League and a token British man who gets drunk and gambles. Will his luck continue this season? Number 14 with Haroldine. The Power 3 runner-up is looking to win a run back against Rarecoin. 1337. Gotta say the numbers. We'll see if he can take the crown this season. Number 15 we have Banny 2005. Last season, his highest point mon was 15. Season 4 that, it was 13. Will Banny be able to maintain his reputation of low point GOAT? Who knows? And last but certainly not least, we have Fox Hunter 350. He had Terra Glastria last season. Boring. Please do something more entertaining. Terra Thievel? It'll be on brand for your name, maybe. In all seriousness though, last time Fox was in Division 5, he won out, so guys, watch out. Well, that's all from me now for Division 5 reveals, so I'm going to pass it over to Moody, our new mod, so who's going to reveal Division 6. Good luck, everyone.
Good evening if you're watching this live from Europe, or good morning, good afternoon, or good night if you're not watching it live or elsewhere in the world. I am Moody, and I'll be doing the reveals for the Behemoth Division. Let's get things started with Pyrotech, who is a Wi-Fi warrior finally making the jump to singles. They've been playing in PWC since Season 12, and they peaked with a semi-final appearance in Season 13. They aren't just a doubles player though, as it looks like they've got about 190 games on the database, so that's one to keep an eye on. Next up, we got a long-time player in the PWC, was once a champion, and has most recently made the semi-finals last season. And I can't forgive them for suggesting England might go all the way in the World Cup like 2 nights ago, but I can't respect anyone who got their Linsanity run. That's always pretty hype. I'm hoping that this season I can maybe see that again. Welcome to the division, Thunder Tinker. Next up, we've got someone coming back from an unfortunate run in last season's very popular Ranger division. This player said that they are pretty well travelled and they're coming back with somewhat of a vengeance, looking to surpass their debut efforts where they managed to reach the quarterfinals in the second pile. Welcome back to the Scion Yoshi. We now have another Ranger division player here who had a strong debut and a pretty good sophomore season here in the PWC. They made round 1 and then they made the quarterfinals. They also experienced the joys of the notorious Ranger division, shall we say. I'll believe in the return to form for Nightwing J this season, and I'm always going to support someone who took Mega Pincer. Coming up next, we have AAA Spot with their free accounts in the server. They had a pretty good run last season. They made second in the regular season and they went out in semis to the eventual champion of the Revolution division. So you're hoping that we're going to see them take the next step here. The streets are calling them Big S. I don't really get that. Apparently they did a Smogon competition.
but I'm just seeing AAA spot here, so I'm going to call you AAA spot all the same. Coming up next, we've got a player who's coming back from quite a bit of a break. I assume they've got no relation to Citrix Sage. However, they do seem to also always make playoffs. It's Toughest Tangerine, who in Season 11 had an undefeated run before going out in semis. So I assume the past 3 seasons have been spent meditating and self-reflecting. So I'm looking forward to what they've got for us this season. After that, we have someone who I know personally, who is coming off quite a long break. He's got some sort of mind control powers, I believe, because I've seen him play a few places now, and he always has the ability to make some sweepers look invisible. Most notably, Roaring Moon. No one ever seems to prepare for it, so if you're in this division, please do. Anyway, quite a big fan of Magnemite, got some pretty good wins over other people who are in different divisions of this league, and I imagine he's hoping to add a few more names to that list this season. Say hello to Loopy. After that, we have Zeroga21, who, when I was trying to figure out what to write for this, people said he's been around for a long, long time. And I'm looking, and that is definitely true. It can be a gift, it can be a curse. You know, they have broken their streak of going down a division 4 seasons in a row this year by double demoting. But who knows, if they rediscover the magic that led them to quarters and semis in their first 2 seasons, the rest of you might be in trouble. Now we have Custard Cream 84, who is coming back after a run to semi-finals in last season's 3rd pile. I'm glad they call Custard Cream and not Bourbon Biscuit, because I wouldn't be so infused. But anyway, welcome back and good luck. Following on from that, we have Savage Raccoon 8. And last season, they were also a Ranger Division. I won't call them a victim, they did make playoffs, but I'm sure it was a less than enjoyable time for all. They are the Whiscash Whisperer, as they were without a win until they picked it up in Week 6 and proceeded to win the last 3 games and make playoffs. So, you know, just imagine what happens if they take it at the start of the season, you know? They might go 8-0. They might go 0-8. It'll be exciting nonetheless. After them, we have quite a versatile player. They have made quarterfinals in the Wi-Fi division, and they have made quarterfinals in the singles division. They've said they've won in other leagues, but can they carry that kind of momentum into here and win on their 4th time out? Is it time for nobody 777 to become somebody? Probably still 777. We'll see. Next up, we have the 2nd champion in this division here, who won the 2nd VGC division in Season 13. They also are in quite an exclusive club as a returning player who was piled last season. I have to imagine that winning this season would make them join another exclusive club of winning a championship in both the Wi-Fi and singles division. Welcome back to Please Your Lord. I hope I'm saying that right. Next up, we've got a player who I've been told is pretty fond of Trick Room. They're also the player who got kill leader in their division for the past 2 seasons they've played. I have to imagine they'd like to continue that record and maybe make it past quarterfinals this time. Welcome back to FUD DD. Hopefully the FUD times the charm. Next up is Tails DK. They're coming back to PWC after an even longer break than Toughest Tangerine. They also have made the quarterfinals. At this point, I'm thinking there's only so many quarterfinal slots to go around, guys. So have fun with that. Now, as for their name, I don't know if the DK is Drift King, Donkey Kong, or some other thing that scientists haven't discovered the implications of. But welcome to the division nonetheless. Following on from that, we have Bon Mott Pancakes, who I've been told has something of a complicated relationship with Bellybolt. They couldn't win with it when they had it as a signature in PWC, and they were knocked out by it as a signature in DDL's Team Tour. Fortunately this season, that mon is banned. Is this the change that they need to take the next step? We'll have to wait and see. Welcome to Bon Mott Pancakes. And lastly, we have Zechapicus. I've been told with potent powers of mind control and a little bit of sleight of hand, they used their off-season run to get into a lower division last season, and then proceeded to bulldoze their way through it and have an unbeaten run to the championship. Now, if they could do that again, that'd be pretty crazy, but I'm sure they'll take winning it all. I hope you enjoyed that, and I shall let Gert Bilbo take over now, as they will be doing the reveals for the Drift Division.
Hello, my PWC Bambinos. Gert here, bringing you coach reveals for the Drift Division, our Showdown Singles 7th Division. Up first, we have DTN98. We have to mention he is one of the few coaches still remaining from Season 1, having played for every season bar Seasons 3 and 10. He has 2 runner-up finishes and a championship in Season 7. That's a solid resume for his time here. His trademark prediction heavy play style remains a threat to anyone who is not on their toes at all times. Up next, we have Trod 2000. Their debut in last season's 3rd newcomer division ended in a round 1 of playoffs where they fell to runner-up Harry. They had one of the best Annihilate performances in the PWC with almost 15 kills, so I'd assume 14. It's just nice to see the ape enjoy his time in the sun before no one will ever pick it up again come champions. Next up, we have Hot Rod Toaster. Unfortunately, our weather forecast is predicting some heavy rain with the return of Hot Rod Toaster. After a lackluster debut season, he decided to become the PWC's most infamous rain merchant and had 2 solid runs into playoffs with it in seasons 13 and 14. Hopefully someone snipes Pelipper from them this time. Next up, we have Ian TJE69. Flying the Netherlands flag, Ian should be a threat this season as they have all the time in the world to prep after Holland's World Cup exit. We wish them well. Up next we have Dead Pants. Mr. Dead Pants is going into his 6th back-to-back season in the PWC. So far, they've been alternating between making and missing playoffs season after season. The good news being that they missed playoffs last time around, so we can expect them to make it this time in Season 15. Next up, we have Brightwing UK. One of the Haunt's disciples of Season 14 will be crushed to find out that the infamous Ice Donkey is now banned from being a signature. It will be interesting to see how they fare in their second run without the almighty signature leading the way. Up next, we have the 4th Mage. We asked Mages 1, 2 and 3, but they were busy, so we had to admit the 4th Mage is back this season. They finished in round 1 of playoffs in their debut, made quarterfinals the second time, so logically we can expect them to make a semi-final finish this season. Up next we have Vericalum. Technically still a newcomer, Vericalum is the only coach to be skipping the pile this season. Even though they have never played a regular season in the PWC, they're plentiful active on the server, and seasons they've played in the PWC adjacent leagues make it feel more like a regular returning, which is why they have placed here. Up next we have Espionage. Debut in last season's mid-div newcomer division, which should have been called Invisible Div, because I could not tell you a single thing that happened there, but we're glad they seem to have a decent enough time to come back for a shot in the regular tiered divisions. Next up is Johnny Zwambo. Came as a mid-season replacement and outed themselves as Caracas's fanboy. I certainly do not appreciate that. Showed some good potential in their early performances last season, but were unable to carry the momentum into playoffs, losing in round 1. Next up we have Z-Dog. Our second Park Division representative has been having a rather difficult time in their debut and is looking to bounce back here. They have a long and relatively successful draft career with several wins over top 100 players outside the PWC, according to my ELA rankings. Up next is Quick Dart. Going into their 3rd PWC run and joining the Showdown side of things for the first time is Quick Dart. He's been in the Wi-Fi division in his 2 prior seasons with mediocre success. Honestly, his best performances have been on the Wordle channel, where they tend to be a big game player and show up when the puzzle is particularly difficult. And up next we have Rezaru, another returning coach from last season's Invisible Division. Glad to see you back, I guess. Up next we have Varuscan, part of the infamous Spanish Mafia in the PWC. He once went 8-1 in DDL. Do not ask how the next season went. Up next is Froggerman225. Long time but somewhat inconsistent regular in the PWC. He has played seasons 8, 9, 13 and will now try to outdo his best performance in season 9 where he finished in the semi-finals. And finally, we have Amish Drip. We will skip the very long hanging Amish joke for the first time ever. Instead, we welcome back one of our OG pile graduates who's becoming a server mainstay with his 4th appearance in a row. So there you are, that's your coaches for the Drift division this season. I will now hand you over to Golden Mazda for the Oblivion division reveals.
Hey everyone, Golden Mazda here with the reveals for the Oblivion division. Our first coach is none other than Sadie90. Sadie debuted in the legendary Cresselia division from season 12 and had a bit of a rough start there. However, there's no need to fear since Broly's path is here. The Polyrat Sig definitely helped turn things around, netting a semi-finals finish in season 13 and a round 1 finish in season 14. Hopefully Sadie can keep the strong form going this season as well. Our next coach is none other than the commissioner of the Colossal Premier League, Patapig. Patapig's a bit of an urban legend, having played draft for over 9 years, but is still chasing that first championship. However, considering how this coach's league is absolutely tearing it up in PGP, there's clearly some hidden potential to be channeled. Will this season of PWC be the end of the hunt? Our next coach is Starlight Sylvain, who is apparently playing their debut season. That doesn't sound right. Oh, yeah. So, turns out, being an off-season merchant doesn't really count. So, welcome to the fray for real this time. Can't wait to see how you perform when you're not fending off an entire pool of players trying to steal every mon you got. Next up, we have the fast track ticket to hypertension in Vortex 0152. I still don't know what the numbers mean, by the way. Vortex was the clear favorite to win it all heading into last season's Rumble division, but as people who have watched him playing Oyuladder in VC can attest to, he'll throw anyways because it's funny. Only one question remains. Can Vortex stop listening to the voices for long enough to bring it home this time around? Our next coach is none other than Vortex's leash holder himself, Bread Enthusiast. Bread made their PWC debut alongside me in season 12 and has been a mainstay in the grassroots division of PWC ever since. Brett's a consistent performer, and let me tell you, nothing will stop this man from making playoffs. Maybe this is the season that Brett can finally go all the way. Our next coach is Bradosaurus. Not as cool as a Tyrannosaurus, but that's quite alright. Had a rough showing in their initial season 13 debut, but had a decent quarterfinals finish last time around. Bradosaurus was also one of our reps in the Mickey Mouse Clan War that took place sometime before last season as well. So, thank you for your service, and all the best for season 15. Up next, we have the coach who was actually my first ever opponent in draft. It's Time Vault, a true grizzled veteran of the PWC, having debuted all the way back in season 4. Time Vault recently had their very best run yet, making it all the way to semi-finals in season 13. Can Time Vault recreate this fairy tale run one more time to finally claim that coveted championship? With a mighty inner set sent straight from the gods themselves, our next coach, Kiavo, found themselves thrust into the frenzy of top heap in season 13. Flew a little too close to the sun with that, which ended up with them finishing last, but Kiavo definitely recovered quick, with a convincing semi-finals finish last time around. Maybe this is the season that Kiavo will keep the same form going all the way to the trophy. For our next coach, I will simply direct you to the best mon picture, since it tells you the whole story. It's Fog. Fog is a tremendous Bulbasaur enjoyer, having drafted it as a signature mon in season 14, and actually managing to get some pretty hefty value out of it. Honestly, I think it would be amazing to see a Bulbasaur championship, so you know what to do. Our next coach is coming off the back of finally breaking his P11 streak. It's the Talon Anderson. The resident father figure of the PWC, he's finally got a quarterfinals finish last season, making playoffs for the first time since season 10. Furthermore, word on the street is that our seemingly innocent dad has been contracted into the PWC's Prep Underground. Will this be the edge that TDA needs to go all the way? Time will tell. Our next coach is a certified wild one. It's none other than Jax. Jax has been around since the days of season 11, and let me tell you, whether it's the chatting on Discord or the absolute heat being brought to the games themselves, Jax is definitely a sight to behold. Has had a bit of a rough time in the last couple of seasons, but that's no reason to take this coach lightly. Do not let this man get paraffin. You've been warned. Next, we have none other than the co-founder and former owner of the Dunsparce Draft League, Wolfpack for Life. Wolfpack stock has diminished in recent times due to joining allegations being thrown around by big media. But I believe in the DDL spirit flowing through this coach to show us all what the Wolfpack can really do. Please reward our loyalty with a championship, Supreme Leader. Our next coach hails from the land of Tranel. It's Diaphiscian. I'm hoping I said that right. Anyway, having last played way back in Season 6 with a semi-finals finish, one can only assume they saw Germany frauding out of the World Cup, then decided to take matters into their own hands. Will they be able to bring home the far more important championship here? Our next coach is an epic coach with an epic round 1 finish last season. It's Epic Nathan. This coach is also another Season 13 debutant with a rough season followed by a redemption arc. Amazing. Anyway, Nathan actually came in as a replacement in the Twinkle division from Season 13, and in true ally fashion has actually kept the Epic Twink server nickname to this day. You'll love to see it. All the best for Season 15. Not to be confused with the Smogon guy, our next coach is Wyatt117. Wyatt actually had their debut in Season 10 and was a prominent member of the server until a Jirachi parafflinched him out. Many such cases, I don't blame you honestly. Anyway, the past is in the past, and with Wyatt's triumphant return to the stage last season, we can't wait to see him unleash his full potential this time around. Finally, rounding out the division, we have another German, Tronic KGK. All good things come in pairs, I suppose. Tronic played last all the way back in Season 5 of the PWC, and then went off the grid until this time. Was probably waiting for a train while this was happening, I suppose. Well, whatever the case, we're glad to have you back. That rounds out our reveals for the Oblivion division. All the best to all the coaches. Hope you have a great season this time. Over to Drightwick again for the next division's reveals. Hereby requesting all watchers to start a ping chain in PWC Talk in solidarity. See you next time.
Hey, what's up? It's your favorite person to ping, at Drightwake, and I'll be doing the Ascent Division reveals. First, but not least, we have Coach Blurg. Playing draft for 6 years, they've only missed playoff once, and he's currently representing DDL and PGP and has one of the highest ELOs, currently sitting at rank 77 out of over 11,000 people, with a peak rating that would have him put at number 5. Next up, we have Rena475. A little birdie told me they may or may not own a life-size Gardevoir plush. I don't know if the allegations are factual, but I only see him draft Megalopony, Delphox, or Meowscarada. Next up, we have Mansib, one of the highest averages for opponent's ELO, and has quite a positive win-loss ratio. He also has a win over the number 1 ranked player, so if you're ranked number 0 or better, you've got nothing to worry about. Next up, we have Brain, the only member of the DDL Chudnots to have a positive record, and I'll be sure to let you know that. The glorious commissioner of DDL, which brought AR Moody into draft, and where he practices his form on clubbing steals most seasons therein. Looking to diversify his trophy cabinet, and with no teammates to hold him back, he's the doomsday that Moody's preached about for months. In our number 5 slot, we have Wicket. He's going to tell you he's washed, he's coming off a long break, Mercury's in retrograde, and anything else that'll make you underestimate him. He's literally won a league and a VGC tournament without dropping a match. His top 10 wins might be the same 4 people, but it's a good 4 people to have wins over. Many have speculated on his relationship with Megalopony, and you should definitely ask him to listen to his beats. Next up, we have Zeronaut. Trano managed to sneak another German in here, and they've been doing draft for 6 or so years, and submitted a replay with Loaded Dice Bone Rush Mandibuzz, where U-turn was clicked 12 times in a 36-turn game. That's how you know they're high level. Our next coach is Holy Macaroni, Senior Smurf himself. He said on its application he has about a 50% win rate and wanted to be placed in middle division, but after some digging and looking at Trano's database, we saw that he has a 37-15 record and has a peak ELO that put him in the top 100. Unfortunately, we caught you, so this wolf in sheep's clothing will be sleeping with the fishes. Rounding out the halfway point, we have Weiss Ellie. They've been playing draft since 2017, which means if their draft career was a child, it'd be old enough to have its 9th birthday. And they are ranked currently 118 with an 82% win rate. Also has championships in a Creative Pokemon League and NatDex Little Cup, so only the most competitive formats. Kicking off the second half of the list, it's Rhino Shark. They're just a humble farmer sitting at rank 84. They like spending their days sipping iced tea and tending to their innocent opponents who average around rank 3000 before they slaughter them for a little bit of elo. A little birdie told me they're also a quote-unquote dirty dog. And you know what they say? The early bird gets the worm, but the dirty dog gets a bath. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. The next coach is Arbosol. They've been playing draft for 7 years now. So if their draft career was a child, it'd be 7 years old. Played in DDL with other Ascent coach Blurg and DDL representative Joseph. They also beat a truly amazing player who's an up-and-coming legend and an all-time great. Some people say the Messi of Pokemon draft. It's your GOAT at Drake Wake, so you know they must be pretty good. The next coach is Achilles. They currently sit at rank 190 with a peak that would land them at rank 64. We'll have to see, will Achilles prove to be invulnerable or will their opponents find their weakness? Goth mommies. In our number 12 spot, we have Side Reunix. Besides the troublesome name meant to confuse all who try to read it, and they have a jaded past coming from both the Land of Memers, SDL, and the Valley of Yappers, the NBA. After such a tragic past, hopefully they can adjust to civilized draft society. Number 13, we have Granky. They played in the famous DPL along with playing in the Draft World Cup. On their app, they claim to be washed. But as a good draft player, I know every great player must claim to be washed. They also have a win over the rank 3 player. In our number 14 spot, we have Falks 13. Another German. Gib ist keinen Gott? Falks is a man of few words. But the secret to beat them lies somewhere in their link in their bio. It's subtle, but if you watch closely at 0.25 speed, you'll see the truth. Number 15, Lance GG. They are apparently a draft fossil, claiming to have been playing since draft's inception, with multiple draft tournament top 8 finishes. Make sure you respect your elders. Back in their day, you had to actually switch Pokemon. None of this fancy U-turn you kids have been addicted to these days. And the last person for this division is Blue Lake, also known as Jonah, also known as King Emperor of Draft, destroyer of defensive cores, and wall which all breakers must answer to. They're another boomer playing since 2014. That means if their draft career was a child, it would be the age that I was when I had my 12th birthday. Thanks for being with me for the reveals. I don't say it enough, but it really means a lot to me. Now before I hand it off to Layden, I'd leave you with a fun fact about Trano's political opinions. Despite the 1940s, he's still...
Thank you, Dried Wake, and a groundbreaking welcome here in our Precipice division. Just like in the previous division, another 16 of you have been selected to participate in one of our Springboard divisions, also known as Pile 2, to show us what you're capable of. We expect the hottest and most odd plays here, so don't disappoint us. Also, please do not anger the gods. Thank you. Starting us off right away, here's our first coach on our list, Alex007 or Alex007. Previous huge success with Inteleon, also known as James Pond, but this one is sadly not pickable as captain this season, though this likely won't pose to be an issue to our DDL mod. Our number 2 coach of the Precipice division is Awesome Typhlosion, with him playing draft since 2018, which is a longer time than it first might sound, which is bad. What the fuck? Where did my precious time go? Anyways, he's been growing in strength in secret. Show them what you got. Our third coach, DMBs, drafting mods since 2021. Gotten enough recognition, he now helps out to moderate some leagues, for example the PDL or the CDC. Number 4 coach is Luckless Ben, a massive threat back in the Auras days. But he himself said he's washed as fuck, and needs to be put outside to dry in the harsh sunlight. Perfect division for him if you ask me. Our number 5 coach is none other than Mr. Jump. I'm not sure who wrote this text, but I'm just gonna assume Trent is your biggest fan. Let's go, Jump! Number 6 coach, we have Mighty Barb. Legend says he has never built his own team, unless that's just what they do in the league he represents. His only food he ever seems to consume is either fries or mussels. Just big Belgium energy. Number 7 coach, Mystic. He is German and he claims to be insane at Mons. I really hope this is real. I don't want to see Germany falling off any further. Please. Our number 8 coach, welcome Taye 96. Big friends with the MVP of our PGP ace numbers. Friends share their skills and luck, right? Basically just forfeit against him. You have no chance, you can't win. Number 9 coach, Jay Fuka. Yeah, please tell me I pronounced this one correctly. He won it all in the recent P2DL Middle Division. Also playing draft for nearly 10 years. Shit, that's old. Isn't he basically the inventor of draft leagues at this point? Like, what do they call you? John Draft? Huh? You know, if you've been playing for this long, doesn't that mean you're insanely, incredibly cracked at this game? So you kind of have to win this one, like go 8-0. You know, you have to go 8-0 at this point. Our number 10 coach, welcome Squiggly Mane, an absolute off-season beast and also part of the olive fritters. Yeah, bon appetit. I have never heard of the olive fritters, but I really do like olives. That's a plus. Our number 11 coach, hello Venus Wine. He's been around for 2 years now and still hasn't been able to claim a single victory, a championship victory. Like, if it's been 2 years at this point, that just means it's about time he actually pulled this one off. Number 12 coach, MCCCC. Yeah, that's my kind of name. Another insane off-season coach with a fable for Silk Song. Yeah, I mean, I cannot blame him. I just begun another playthrough myself, though I still haven't been able to beat the Coral Tower. Man, I really just gotta pack my things at this point. Getting close, only 4 coaches left. Here is number 13, Dylan 144432. I pronounce all 4s, right? Yeah, welcome. Popular and lovable human being coming to us from the DDL. Continue being this awesome, my man. Coach number 14, Monster Truck. Oh man, someone wrote down an entire essay for you. I'm just gonna cite what they wrote here, yeah? Here's a man of many talents. Chief among them is the power of persuasion, as he has led many down the path of drafting his favorite mons to varying success, and for being the guiding hand in Shotnot's games, much to Brain's dismay. After seeing he was tied with A.R. Moody on Elo, he immediately signed up to prove that he's the better player, and winning the chip here would definitely go a long way in realizing that. Darkside Phil has a Pokemon named after him, perhaps the greatest honor anyone could receive. Yeah, you heard the man, whoever the man is. Trainer seems to love his people a lot. Alright, number 15, here's Brief Manny. Playing draft for 2 years now, he came close to winning, but never actually being able to crown himself the winner. This might be your season. We will see. And for our last coach in the Precipice division, we welcome Ninja Warrior 7778, our leader of the Trenel Warriors, and on of the Judgment Knights. Okay. Our leader of the Trenel Warriors and one of the Judgment Knights of Thunderbolt. What the fuck? Who wrote this shit? our leader of the Channel Warriors and one of the Judgment Knights of Thunder Breeding Danger Promoting Confidence. What kind of damn One Punch Man ultimate move is this? Please do not use this one on me, thank you. And with that, we have our 16 coaches standing at the precipice of PWC history, ready to jump without parachute into oncoming danger. One final earth-shattering applause before I send you off to the inferior division, brought to you by Neymar. Alright, see ya. Bye, goodbye, bye.
Thanks, Leighton. I hope everyone's still awake, because it's time for the second newcomer division and the final division of PWC 15. My name is Nahaima, and I'll be introducing the coaches for the Season 15 Origin division. We had to get this first coach out of the way at the beginning, because they've been the slowest newcomer of all time. They've been in the server for years and have participated in the server gym challenge, and are only signing up for a season now. Welcome to our first newcomer, Mr. Mag. Our second newcomer is named after a Pokemon that has all 3 members of its evolution line as legal signatures. Hint, it's not a bug type. It's actually a baby electric type. Pause the video now! Welcome to Egotistical Elekid. Our third coach has a funny name, and they have a picture of a very adorable chimpanzee eating fruit equals D. Nature is amazing. Is the prompter right? Okay, welcome to Angry Leprechaun. The next Origin newcomer, well, they're all newcomers, but the next one, I'm told, is running an onion-based scam where they get you to buy onions from a trusted seller, but they take your onion credentials so they can keep buying onions in your name. Okay, there has to be something wrong with the prompter. Welcome, Mr. Darkington. Number 5 of the division is someone who seems to be friends with the Chosen One, Nachis, and they may be looking to steal his thunder and win bottom pile, into gym challenge, into redacted, into win off-season. Welcome and good luck to Movo0699. Sounds like you have big shoes to fill. Next up is a great mock partner despite being relatively new to draft. Maybe this season will bring them to a 50% postseason rate into their first ever championship. Welcome to Key123. Now for our 7th coach. Or is it 6th? 7? 6? No, 7. We have a coach whose first ever Pokemon game was Brick Bronze. Sorry, what? They seem to have really taken to bullying Starvin Pig to secure their spot in the division. Seems to have worked. We need more people bullying the weird deer guy. Welcome, Vixinity. As we now reach the halfway point, at number 8, we have the owner of the Garden Draft League, where Sage farms all her elo. Welcome to Aspen. Okay, what does it say here? No habla español. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Okay, this isn't funny when we have an actual Spanish speaker writing it. I don't think they understand much English, so you can say whatever you want. Yo, Tranel, what the hell is this, bro? Welcome, Polylove. You deserved a better intro. I hear this next coach is an avid Durant believer. A new NBA All-Star is on the rise. Welcome, Swad Looney Tunes. I may have to poke this guy. Number 11 of the Origin division is another avid fan of an underrated Mon. Unfortunately, it's no Durant. They love Squawkabilly. It's their favorite Mon. They have an entire shrine dedicated to Squawkabilly. Every day they pray to Squawkabilly, and as you may have guessed, they're a doubles player. Welcome to ._Legio_. As we approach the end of the division, we now add a monotype draft specialist to our ranks, as is expected of the bottom pile. He's been at the top of the monotype leaderboard before, but will he be able to handle the overabundance of types we have here at the PWC? Only time will tell, but best of luck to Alondigel. This coach already has a league win, while having only competed in 5 different leagues. We may have some serious potential with this one. Welcome to Pachio. No relation to Como. Okay, Tranel wrote some semi-serious stuff about this next coach's accolades and how excited we are to have them and stuff, but I'm sorry to say that it all goes out the window with a name like Fufu Cuddly Poops. Good luck. Next up, with only 2 spots remaining in the division, we have a solid player who's been somewhat active in the server. Clearly that's enough to get in these days.
Other than that, we dunna much more about Dunakeen, but welcome to the league. The final spot in the Origin division and in the PWC as a whole goes to someone whose first message in the server was the pensive emoji with a big ass. Yo, what are they feeding these PWC goons nowadays? Other than that, this coach is the first ever recorded case of a draft player underrating themselves in their application, claiming to be in a slump recently. We're hoping that Penguin Gengar can use some pile players to get their bearings back. Welcome. And that'll be it from your PWC 15 Origin Division, and from me, PWC Mod Nahaima. I'll be throwing it back to Tranel, who agrees that my name would look impeccable in admin yellow. Good luck, PWC, and don't forget to bully Starvin' Pig.
And that is it for the coach reveals of season 15 of the PWC. I'm so sorry to everyone who we were not able to give a spot to. As I said in the beginning, we got so many more applications than we thought, which meant that we would have to leave a lot of you out, but that does not mean that you can never play in the PWC. If you wish, you can sign up as a replacement coach. As with this amount of coaches, we will definitely have some drops along the way. And yeah, it's definitely nothing personal if you were left out. And to everyone else, I wish you guys a fun season 15. I wish you the best of luck in your runs. I hope everyone will enjoy the fantasy game that we're going to have along the way. Hopefully, we're going to have some nice content, lots of crazy and good matches. And yeah, we'll see you guys around. Bye.